A dream can be in vivid colors or it could be colorless. So we're going to talk about color versus colorless dreams. I once had a dream that I was in my childhood home. But when the dream starts, there is absolutely no color in the dream. Well, I proceed to go to my refrigerator, and as soon as I open the refrigerator door and look in, all of the food in the refrigerator has vivid color. All of the vegetables, all of the fruit, vivid, bright colors. I can't decide what to eat, so I close the refrigerator door, and as soon as I close the refrigerator door, the dream is colorless again. I go outside, and when I get outside, I encounter someone from my past. And we start talking, but then we start arguing. Now, this person from my past, I didn't quite get along with at the time. And so in the dream, I'm arguing with this person and I wake up. And so that dream was both colorless and had color. Most of the dream was colorless, but the part where I open the refrigerator and see all the food is in vivid, bright color. But why? So we're going to talk about colors in dreams versus colorless dreams, or even black and white dreams. There is a difference. So I'm not going to talk about the meaning of specific colors because I already have a video about that. And so I'll probably put it right up here somewhere. And so you can look at that. But I'm going to talk about colors being in dreams where God would specifically place colors in dreams to speak the message or help to point to the message that he's trying to convey in the dream. So we know that God created color. He created the colors of the rainbow. We know that Isaac Newton discovered that when the 7 colors of the rainbow are refracted back through a prism, a 3-sided prism, it refracts back as white light. So we know God is light. So the light of God emanates all of the colors of the rainbow. And so we know colors reflect the glory and the splendor of God. So God definitely speaks to us using colors in dreams. So if you have a very vivid dream, a dream where the colors are vivid, the colors are bright, you're very aware that the colors are bright in the dream, this is a dream from God. In 1 John 1:5, it says, "This is the message which we have heard from him and declare to you, that God is light and in him is no darkness at all." In John 1st chapter, 9th verse, it says, "Jesus was the true light, which gives light to every man coming into the world." So we know that Jesus is the light of the world. So if you have a dream that has very vivid colors in it, we know that dream is from God, and that the colors in that dream have a positive meaning. Because if you watch the meaning of colors video that I made, I specifically talk about colors having a positive meaning, or they can have a negative meaning. That depends on the context of the dream, which is extremely important. So we have to look at what's going on in the dream in order to apply the right meaning for that particular color that we're seeing in the dream. So vivid colors, bright colors in dreams, positive meaning, the dream is from God. Now, you can have a dream that has dull colors or dark colors. In other words, you're very aware in the dream that the colors, you might be seeing a red shirt, but the color is dull. It's not bright. It's not vivid. You might be seeing you have on a white dress, but the color is dull, kind of like an off-white. That would indicate that your light is not really shining, that there are some negative issues that prevent your light from shining, or you would apply the negative meaning of that particular dream. Like if I'm wearing a red shirt, we know the positive meaning of the color red can be power, it can be anointing, it can speak of wisdom. So if I have a dream where I'm wearing a very muted or dull color shirt, that could represent that I have no power or very weak in spiritual power. I have a low level of wisdom. So whatever the color means, that is how you would apply the interpretation or the meaning of the dream, what's going on in the dream. So colors can be vivid, or colors can be dull or even dark. Now, there is such a thing as dark light. In fact, Matthew, the 6th chapter and the 23rd verse, talks about dark light. It says, if your eye is evil, your whole body will be full of darkness. Therefore, if the light in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? So there is a such thing as dark light. I remember back in the day when they used to develop black and white photographs, they would go into what they call dark rooms, and they would use red light bulbs in the dark rooms, because I found out later that all of the colors would overexpose the pictures as the person was developing the pictures, except red light. So the photocopy paper was not sensitive to red light, and so that was the light of choice when they were developing black and white pictures back in the day. I also remember once upon a time when people would use black light bulbs or purple light bulbs to get some sort of relaxing atmosphere in their homes. And so with the black light bulbs and the purple light bulbs, pretty similar to the red light bulbs, where they give a little bit of light, but you still feel as if you're in the dark. They give just enough light so you won't run into a wall or a door. But those types of light are still light, but they're dark light. And so in Ephesians 6:12, it talks about how demons are called the rulers of the darkness of this world. So we know that the devil and demons operate in darkness. So dark light would come from demons or the devil. So if you have a dream where it's dark, where it's colorless, those types of dreams can be coming from the enemy. Again, it depends on the context of the dream itself. For instance, you can have a dream where someone has on a dark blue hat. Now, in the negative, that could represent depression. But in the positive, a dark blue hat can represent deep revelation, because we know the color blue can represent a revelation from God, communion with the Holy Spirit. So if someone is wearing a dark blue hat, that can represent deep revelation from God there again, or deep depression. So there again, it just depends on the context of the dream. So always remember that context is key when it comes to interpreting dreams. But usually, dreams from God will have vivid, bright colors. Dreams from the enemy will not. They will have dull, muted colors or colorless. Now, if you have colorless dreams, Colorless dreams, you don't remember your dream. You don't remember if any colors were in the dream. You have to think what colors were in the dream. That was a colorless dream, which simply says that colors were not relevant to the meaning or the interpretation of the dream. So there was no need for God to use color in that particular dream. But if you recognize that a dream, for instance, is black and white, in other words, if you recognize the color black that stands out, or if the color white stands out, well, those colors have meaning. That means that those colors that you see, black and white, black or white, have meaning, and they are important to use in interpreting the dream. So black and white dreams are not quite the same as colorless dreams. Now, there are 3 types of dreams that will be colorless, no color at all. Number 1, soulish dreams. So soulish dreams are simply dreams that emanate from your soul, and our souls are comprised of the mind, the will, and the emotions. So dreams coming out of your soul are dreams where they express what you're feeling, what you're thinking, your desires, your mindset. So these will be soulish dreams. In fact, I did a video on soulish dreams, and I will put it up there, somewhere up there again for you. And so soulish dreams will tend to be colorless dreams. Number 2, spiritual warfare dreams. You have dreams where you're fighting someone or you're having a shootout with someone. These are spiritual warfare dreams, and they tend to be colorless. Now, you may have spiritual warfare dreams that have dull or muted color in them, but for the most part, spiritual warfare dreams will be colorless. Number 3, dark dreams. And these are dreams, as I mentioned earlier, dreams that come from the enemy, nightmares, things like that. These types of dreams will be colorless because, as we mentioned, the devil and demons dwell in darkness. So there won't be any colors in dreams that are coming from the demonic realm. Now, the dream I spoke of earlier that was mostly colorless but had some color in it, the food in the refrigerator had color in it. What God was showing me was that I needed to intake the fruit of the Spirit, particularly the fruit of love and the fruit of long suffering toward this individual who kind of grated on my nerves at the time. And so, but God was showing me that I needed to walk in love and long suffering toward this individual. And he was depicting that message through the vivid, colorful fruits and vegetables in the refrigerator. So that's the meaning of the dream. I want you to always keep in mind that there are no fixed rules when it comes to dreams and dream elements and dream interpretation. This does not always mean that. So I've heard millions of dreams, it seems like millions, where, some people have had dreams, spiritual warfare dreams with color in it, or dark dreams with dull color in it, or dreams from God with no color in it. And so always remember, that there are no strict rules when it comes to dream elements or dream interpretation or meanings of dreams, because we know we cannot put God in a box. He will always flip the script on us. He doesn't always do things the same way. So I just want you to keep that in mind, that there is no fixed set rules ever when it comes to dream interpretation. That's what makes it so exciting and so much fun. And I just want to say here too that I appreciate all of you, you're leaving your comments. You seem to be getting something out of it. And that's my desire, is that you learn and you grow when it comes to interpreting dreams, when it comes to understanding the language of dreams, and depending on God and trusting and seeking God for interpretations of your dreams. Yay, you. And so I'm just so excited about you being a part of the dream team. And how do you become a part of the dream team? All you have to do is give me a thumbs up, first of all, if you like this video, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll be a part of the dream team then. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so that you won't miss any of these videos. And also do me a favor and share the videos with your family and friends. I love you, and I'll talk to you next time.